What's up YouTube, Heart of the Cards here, this is CJ, and today I'll be bringing you a Mermail deck profile for January 2015. So, Mermails have always been a really good deck since their release, as you guys might know. They've always topped at tournaments, and they're just overall a really great deck. And since the last ban list bumped Gun to 3, I was like, why not? Let's make this deck, because it looks really fun, and I've obviously seen a lot of other decks get smacked by this deck. But so yeah, here's my Mermail deck profile for you guys. First, I'm running 2 Megalos. Megalos effect pretty easy. Tribute, Water Monster, attack twice during this battle phase. So he sets up your OTK, and as well as the fact that if you special summon him from the hand, like his effect states, you'll be able to search a Abyss spell trap card, in this case Abyss Sphere. So that's great for getting out your Abyss Sphere. Obviously a really important card in this deck. But Megalo is basically your big beater. Next you got 1 Lead. Lead is a 2700 beater, and he's usually brought up by Abyss Sphere on your opponent's main phase 2. You know, that Mermail play basically that everybody knows. And his effect is pretty great. It's pretty cheesy. You can tribute a card, discard a card from your opponent's hand, as well as the fact that if you did, special summon him the original way, or the way the card states with the discarding water monsters, you can recycle your Abyss Sphere that's in the graveyard if you do have one. So that's pretty cool as well. Next you got Triple Teus. Teus is your 2400 defense OP. You can sit on Teus and then, really QQ. I think you guys can see that it's damaged in the corner right there, but it's whatever. But Teus sets up your rank 7s, and, obviously in the extra deck, there's a bunch of rank 7s there, as well as the fact that when he's special summoned off the hand, you can search for level 4 lower Mermail monster. So speaking on the level 4 lower Mermail monsters, you got the 1 Turge and triple Spike. So I'm the I would say the few Mermail players that run Turge. I really like Turge because of the fact that you can recycle cards, and I know besides the fact that if you draw it on the first turn, it's absolute ass. It could still do really well if you're able to recycle your cards overall. I just like the fact that you can keep some more cards live if they've already been thrown to the graveyard because of other water monster effects, as this deck works basically. And Spike is the same idea. Throw one to find one from your deck. So this Mermail, those 4 are pretty important for setups basically. So next you got Triple Lind. Lind is your searcher. She's great. Special summons any Mermail monster from the deck. And basically how she works is you would usually use the play like I've mentioned, Abyss Sphere, main phase 2. She's to the graveyard, sent to graveyard, effect activates, special summon Mermail monster. So like I said, Lead, Teus, Megalo, whatever you need, just bring them out with Lind. So she's pretty important to the core of this deck. So next you got Triple Gund. Like I talked about at the start of the video, Gund got bumped to 3, woohoo. Gund is just such a great card. Obviously, she's one of the fodder for when you, let's say special summon Megalo or something like that. Whenever you need to discard a card, she's there. If you have Mermail monsters in your graveyard, she's there to help you get them on the field. So she's, pretty broken in that aspect. Next, you got the Genix cards. So I am running the Mono Mermails. Genix Undine is just such a great card. I don't know how to pronounce that. Undine, I don't care. But when he's normal summoned, send a water monster from your deck to graveyard, activates, the effect of you usually send dragoons, or you can send heavy infantry. You can set up a bunch of plays with this. Dragoons to find another one, find another sea serpent to your hand. It's just great. Genix Undine sets up your plays so well. You can even throw Tidal if you want. And Genix Controller obviously makes it live for synchro plays. And it's just pretty much this engine is just pretty much a really strong and efficient engine. So next you got obviously the Atlantean lineup. Pretty much the most important cards in the deck. These are the ones that kill your opponent's monsters. Obviously face up, set cards, and Dragoon's effect I've already told you searches the rest of them out. Next you got Tidal. title is Live Off the Hand and Graveyard, and he's just so great because you're gonna have so many mermails or water monsters in your graveyard, and you're just gonna keep banishing them and bringing him out. And the fact that he's 7 just puts the cherry on top. You can rank 7 since all your monsters are 7s. And finally, we got one Aqua Spirit, and I really like this card because like I said, a lot of cards in your graveyard, she gives more banish. No, she doesn't give more banish. I don't even know what that was. That wasn't even English. But you can banish a water monster in your graveyard to special summon her, and she goes into your rank 4 plays basically. So pretty great card overall. So next you got the Spell and Trap lineup. You got a Snatch Steal. Since this was unbanned, hallelujah, everyone's gonna main deck this card. It's just such a good card overall. Just steal one of your opponent's monsters, pretty much no minuses at all, except for the fact they gain life points. But it's whatever. Like you can get those life points off anytime you want. MST, pretty much back row hate. It's pretty simple. Salvage. This card, aside from the fact, like Turge, if you draw it early, it's pretty bad for you. But if you draw it later, it's pretty much a Yugi draw because you can take 2 water monsters or target 2 water monsters, 1500 less attack, add it to your hand, and it can really save you for turns. Or you can set you up with some plays if you had like a big monster like let's say Megalo or something stuck in your hand for a while. Next you got a Leader of Darkness. This is obviously for the Gen X controller, but draw power always great. And we got Book of Moon. It's Book of Moon. So for the trap lineup, you got triple Abyss Sphere. Abyss Sphere is basically the core of the Mermail deck. Obviously, like I've mentioned so many times about that play, but it's not only, it doesn't only work on your opponent's turn, you can also do it on your turn, and it just helps you set up like really well. So Abyss Sphere is a very, very important card. Next, you got Solemn Warning. It's Solemn Warning. Breakthrough Scale. Breakthrough Scale can even be bumped up to 2, maybe even. It depends what's going on. Let's say if you were playing against a Mask Heroes, that would be really annoying, and a Breakthrough Scale would be really useful for negating Dark Law for now, and then being able to set up your plays to get over Dark Law, because as anything that basically fucks the graveyard is gonna destroy this deck. So Breakthrough Scale, pretty important. Overall, it's just really good card. So you got next, or finally, the basically the core or the staple back rows that most decks, pretty much all decks run now. Compulse, Bottomless, Mirror Force. Pretty straightforward. And now for the extra deck, you got 1 Gaios. You can run 2. It's whatever you like. But Gaios' effect's pretty great with the negating. That's a quick effect. So he's run up situationally, but he's still great card. Next, you got the Big Eye and Draco Sack. I want to put them together because they're both basically MVPs. Big Eye, as you know, steal a monster. Draco Sack, brings out these bad boys, and as you know, works off of effects with these tokens. So yeah, those 2 cards, or these 2 cards, are just like I said, the MVP of the deck. You got 1 Master of Blades. It's pretty good. You can plus negating activation and destroy. So Master Blades overall pretty good card. So next you got Bahamut Shark, rank 4. Like I said, I'm not gonna show all the rank 4s because I don't want. Well, some of them I don't have, and I'm just gonna show some very exclusive plays that are exclusive to this deck. Because as you know, you just gotta run all the rank 4s, Castel, Excite All Night, so on and so forth. Just want to drop that quick note. But Bahamut Shark, great card because he brings out your 3s, and this could be well, not Levier, but or Zenmains. Okay, I have my cards backwards, but these are some 3s you can run because basically you have the Gen X controller, you have the Lind. You never know if it's dead or something. You can then bring these guys out and do something. Levier is great for recycling, especially since you're banishing so many cards. Mech Equip, protected card. Everyone knows Mech Equip. But yeah, back to Bahamut Shark. You got Nightmare Shark you can bring out. You got Trite. You wouldn't bring out Leviathan, but here's Leviathan for you just for the giggles. And Nightmare Shark and Trite, very commonly brought out. Tried, as you know, when she's destroyed, you get draw power. No, you don't get draw power. Sorry, that was my mistake. I was thinking of something else there. You get the special summon. And then with Nightmare Shark, you get to attack directly, and this can sometimes be for game. So basically, Bahamut Shark, also a really great card. So next you got, like I talked about before, you have chances of sinking because of Genix Controller. And with that, you can go Ally of Justice Catastor. Catastor's straightforward, you know, great card. Next, for the 7s, you know, you got Black Rose Dragon, blow up the field. Gungnir. Gungnir is pretty situational, but when you do get him off, he's absolutely broken. Just plus so much by destroying cards, as well as if you discarded them and they had additional effects, you know, just blow up the entire field basically. So I want to bring up some basically like some honorary mentions of certain cards I feel that you guys can run if you want. But it's just cards that I found that are like pretty, you know, useful for this deck, but I just didn't have room to main deck them. But if you guys want, you know, feel free to, you know, main deck these cards, because I still think they're pretty damn good cards. But well, the first one is Abyssqual. So he, well, not he, it's a trap card, but when you activate this card, you can target 3 mermails and special summon them. So this sets up for emergency plays basically. Abyssqual, pretty good card. Deep Sea Diva. A lot of people run this card, but like, she's not that bad. Only problem is, you know, let's say you burn through all your resources and you top deck her, it's like, oh shit. But if you can get her off, you know, this goes into your easy sync for 5s. And next, I just put in these 2 extras as a quick note, because you can, you know, bump either one of these up to 3. In the situation you play a deck that's like, you know, that's more oriented either towards face-up cards, but it's more, you know, marksman. If there's like heavy background for a certain deck you're playing, you know, marksman can help you get rid of that, or set cards, you know, like Shadal's or something like that. You know what I mean? And Abyssja. So this card can get out like 2 like 4s, for example. Well, not 2 4s, but like, you know, mermail monsters that can help you with a dead like high level like lead or something, or like Teus if they're dead or something on the field, like let's say they fiendish it or something stupid like that, or like your Megalo, you can bring out some fresh mermail cards off her, so she does a pretty decent swap. And finally, I got the Abyssqual Cetus and Mizuchi. So these 2 cards I'll be talking about probably later, because of the new Atlantean Prince card that's going to come out in either Clash Rebellions or Cross Souls, I don't remember. But these 2 cards, you know, this one's for trap effects, this one's for negating spell effects. These 2 cards are really great because it gives 800 attack, helps with the OTK, you know, if you equip it onto your Megalo and swing for more. But yeah, I'll be talking more about these cards probably when I release, you know, another video about that new card, and probably a deck with that new card that's going to be an OTK. Alright, so that comes to the end of the video. Excuse me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like always, you know, like, subscribe, and comment. You know, share this video with your friends, whatever. And yeah, we're going to be like bringing out a lot more deck profiles, and as well as openings. You'll probably see a lot of, you know, deck profiles are coming up, because I got a few decks that I'm basically almost finishing, and you're probably going to see a Bujin deck profile this weekend by BMAC, finally, you know, someone else that's not me releasing deck profiles. So like always, this is CJ signing out.